Hey everybody, Chris Bergeron here, and I wanted to make this quick video about septic tanks in St. Tammany Parish. This is for anybody who sells a house representing a buyer when you are dealing with a house that has a septic tank as its sewerage system. So not tied up to the city line or city sewerage when it has an actual septic tank. And you'll know if the house has a septic tank because it'll be in the disclosures, or you'll see it at the house when you're showing it. But this is extremely important that you have a septic tank permit for your property that your buyer is buying. And because if you don't, then when the buyer actually closes on the house, they will not get CLECO to transfer the lights over to the new buyer, to your client. And then therefore your buyer will literally not have power. And I know this because unfortunately I went through this when I very first started. One of my very first deals, I had a septic tank deal, and I did not do this properly. I had the wrong documentation, and I actually got in trouble. I actually got sued by my buyer, and it was a big old mess. So I really want to explain this to everybody to make sure that everyone is doing this right, because this is a huge problem that people are not doing, and I want to make sure that everyone knows the right steps. So if the house has a septic tank, then all you need to do is make sure you have the right permit on file. So the listing agent actually may not know what permits they need. They could be new, or they could not be familiar with septic tanks, and they may have something that looks like this from the Department of Health and Hospitals. This is good, and it tells us about the septic system, but this is not the permit that CLECO needs to see when they are looking at transferring your buyer's power into their name. This is actually from the state, and this isn't a parish septic treatment certification. So this actually is useless. So this is not the one that you need. What you need to do is you go to Google and you type in St. Tammany Environmental Services, and you go to the first link here, the Environmental Department, not the Health Department, but the Environmental Department for St. Tammany Parish. And you're gonna go, so you're gonna scroll down, and you're gonna click download the application here. Okay, so when you click that, it's gonna take you to this application. This is the application for the permit. So you're gonna fill this out, and ideally the listing agent, if the listing agent was smart and they knew how to deal with septic tanks, they would have all this already finished, and they would already have the permit. All you would have to do is ask for it. But unfortunately, that is not the case in a lot of ways. So you can have the listing agent do all this, or if you're like me, you just want to do it all yourself, you fill all of this out, and then you submit it. Once you fill it out, you print it out, and as you can see, there is a $50 fee for this inspection. So you bring that filled out form and the $50 to the St. Tammany Parish Environmental Department. There's an office in Slidell on North Military, or there's one in Mandeville. Either way is fine. And you drop this document off filled out with that $50. What they're going to do is they're going to send somebody to come and inspect the septic system, make sure there's no environmental hazards, and then they are going to send you what you need, which is this. This is the document that you need if the house is on a septic system. Okay? There is no other document in the world that would substitute this. CLECO will need to see this document if the house is on a septic system to transfer services from the seller to your buyer. And it has an expiration date, so obviously you make sure you're in that. And again, I'll say it again, hopefully the seller already has this done, or the listing agent has already had it done, and they just send you this, and then you're good. Then you can send it over to CLECO, and then you'll be fine. But unfortunately, most of the time that's not the case. This is the document that you need, and it basically just says that the septic tank does not appear to pose any health problems, and it is fine, and then you are all good to go. But it has to have the pelican, it has to have the seal, and that's really the only way to make it work. And again, I did not follow these steps because I did not know this when I first started. Nobody taught me this, and I got in a lot of trouble. I ended up getting sued by my clients. It was a big old mess, and it cost me a lot of money. So make sure everyone is doing this, and you'll stay out of trouble. Thank you.